I've had perennial ryegrass all this winter, but I identify as a Bermuda lawn homeowner. All right, howdy folks. This is Chris with Elon and Life, and look who is back. Yeah, it's Brody. It is time. I've been talking about it for weeks. It is finally time to transition back to my number one, the alpha grass, the masculine grass, Bermuda. So we've actually had probably what's going to be our last cool snap for where I live. The last 3 or 4 days, it's been highs in the 50s and low 60s and getting down in the 30s at night. We actually got close to a freeze, so I'm hoping it's the last one. So I'm hoping I've timed this well, where that has kind of slowed down and stunted the growth of the Bermuda a little bit, so I can get this perennial ryegrass killed off and then get some fertilizer down. As I've said, I've really enjoyed this perennial ryegrass. I overseed it in October. I'll link those videos below if you want to see how I did the complete process. I did several videos on it. I really like it. I have not decided yet if I'm going to overseed again, but it's now time. Next week we're going to have temperatures in the high 80s. Warm weather is here. So our first step on what we're going to do is scalp this Bermuda down. We're going to set the mower at the, yeah, you're right. We're going to scalp this, thank you. We're going to scalp this perennial ryegrass down to its on the lowest setting of my Honda mower, and then we will be applying a herbicide to kill it off. Now, there are a bunch of different ways that you can transition from your perennial ryegrass back to Bermuda. If you live in the right climate and it's hot, like over in Arizona or something like that, you can just scalp the perennial ryegrass. It will die off earlier in the season, or your annual ryegrass, and the Bermuda will pop up. There are these mats that you can put on your lawn that will heat the grass and the soil up, that will, you know, kill off the perennial ryegrass. And we all know the Bermuda loves the heat, and that will make it come up. There's different things you can do. I told and went round and round on what I was going to do with this. Hang on, I got this loud mouth with this car here. That sounded very get off my lawn guy, didn't it? Sounded like old man. But so I went round and round on what I wanted to do with this. So ultimately I read on several articles on the USGA's website about, for the overall benefit of your Bermuda lawn, if you're going to overseed, it is better to kill the ryegrass off. Perennial ryegrass is harder to get rid of in the springtime than annual ryegrass. Next year I may try annual ryegrass, we'll see, but I like the dark look of the perennial ryegrass. But either way, for the overall health benefit and long-term benefit of your Bermuda, they said it's better to kill off the ryegrass if you're going to overseed. So that's ultimately what convinced me to go ahead and do it. All right, so I'm gonna let Brody put these on the lowest setting. I'm gonna go ahead and take the bag off for the first cut, because it could get kind of thick and clump up in the bag. You gonna be able to get it? You getting it? Guess you're gonna start working out some more. That's not the lowest setting. Come on. You're going up. You got it. Lowest setting. There you go. Nope. You missed a notch. There you go. Right there. There you go. He's got it. So what I said is I'm taking the bag off for the first cut. We got it on the lowest setting. I'm gonna let him scalp it down, then we'll come back over with the bag and we'll see how that looks. What we're wanting to do is get this perennial ryegrass scalped down as low as possible, and then we'll start applying the herbicide. And then after that, later on, next week it's gonna be warm, we're gonna be applying some fertilizer to start pushing slowly that Bermuda to start popping up and overtaking the perennial ryegrass. All right, Brody, give it a pull. You better get it cranked on the first pull. All right. All right, so the side yard is scalped. It has been double cut. We've got clippings up. As I was saying over on Instagram a minute ago, it still looks pretty decent. The appearance holds up a lot better when you scalp perennial ryegrass than it does Bermuda. But that's done. We've done the first cut over on the front yard. We got a second cut and some clippings we got to get up, but we are well on our way. It's really important, especially if you have Bermuda, to scalp your lawn, even if you're not overseeded. If you're coming out of dormancy, I do it every year. I have a video when I first started the YouTube channel last year where you scalp all that dormant Bermuda down to let all the new grass come up. So if you don't have overseeding and you're just watching this, go ahead and scalp it down now. If you live in the around the Alabama, the southeast, go ahead and scalp it down now. Now's the time. So you're gonna start warming up and let all that new fresh Bermuda come up. It'll come up a lot easier than if it's trying to come up over all that brown dormant grass from the winter time. That is step 1 in the spring scalp / step 1 in the transition back to Bermuda. That's it for this video. This is gonna be a series, guys. Step 2 is going to be applying what we're going to be applying, the herbicide, to kill off this perennial ryegrass. So that will be in the next video. I really appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Drop a comment if you have a question or anything like that. Do that below. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I really appreciate it, guys. You got anything? So that's it. So we'll see you in the next video, guys. This is Chris and
Brody.
Get that down. Brody, and this is The Lawn and Life. See you in the next video, guys.